Who is deciding how much a buyer's agent gets paid? Well, from the past up until midway through 2024, when a listing realtor met with a seller, they had a conversation. We're going to take the purchase price, we're going to minus the closing costs, we're going to pay the listing agent, then we're going to decide right now how much the buyer's agent gets paid. Then with an offer, a buyer may or may not ask for concessions. So let's talk about the buyer's agent. The seller decides at that listing consultation how much they want the buyer's agent to be paid. And there's two ways they can think about it. They could say, I want to pay a buyer's agent really well, so I get a lot of buyers looking at the house. The more buyers see the house, the more offers we're going to get. The more offers, the higher the price. That's one way of thinking about it. The other way of thinking that sellers are known to have is saying that if I don't pay the buyer's agent anything, because legally they don't have to, then only really bad agents are going to represent buyers because they're the ones who are working for free. In theory, they're not going to negotiate very well, and the seller will end up with more money net at the end because of terrible representation. From a seller's perspective, you've got $1 million purchase price. You're going to subtract closing costs because that's always how that works. They are going to decide what their listing agent is going to be paid. That's going to be for marketing, for everything the listing agent is going to do. Then pretty much all offers are going to have some form of concessions. Part of those concessions, or maybe all of them, is going to pay the buyer's agent. Now, how much that is going to be negotiated between the buyer and their agent. In other words, there's not going to be any more whack-a-mole realtors where you say, hey, I want to see a house today. They say, sure, show up, show you the house, and you may or may not ever hear from them again. That's not going to happen. All buyers are going to be required to sign an employment agreement before they can see a house. Message below if you think this is better or worse than how it was before.